G'day viewers, today's video is a special one for the ladies. Hey ladies, do you know what your biggest problem is? Your biggest problem is you're distracted for 1 week out of every month. Your natural creativity and drive is impeded by the fact your focus is taken up by your period. I must point out here, that isn't actually my opinion. That's the opinion of a chiropractor called Dan Dobbs, who's come up with a, let's call it, revolutionary idea on how to make women's periods that much more tolerable and less distracting. Now, I know several lady people, and it's not been kept a secret from me that periods are less than fantastic. Whatever method you choose to deal with periods, whether it's a tampon, a pad, a sponge, the cup, free bleeding is a thing for some ladies, there's a consensus that it's not a fantastic experience a lot of the time. Well, Dan's got you fixed with something you may not have considered: gluing your vagina shut. Now, that may seem a bit rash, but get real. Dan's only suggesting you temporarily glue your labia together, not all the time. He isn't crazy. The concept he's marketing under the name MENSEZ, a play on the term menses for women's menstrual cycles, is, well, he's calling it a feminine lipstick. And in concept, it is shaped like a lipstick, but it's a glue that the lady applies, which sticks her labia together, keeping all the menstrual fluid inside until such times as she wants to do a bit of a clean out, and then all she needs to do is urinate, which will dissolve the glue, and everything comes out. You can wipe and then glue it all back up. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that doesn't make any sense. At least I hope that's what you're thinking. It's possibly no coincidence that Dan's product looks like it could be pronounced MENSEZ, and he really doesn't like the idea of women questioning the wisdom of his whole gluing your lady bits shut approach. Before his Facebook page disappeared, there was a lot of humorous byplay with women and men basically saying this is the worst idea ever, and him coming back with, well, basically abuse. And this is where I got the thing about the women being distracted 1 week a month. His version of things is the reason women haven't come up with this brilliant idea is because their brains are taken over by their periods. And to be fair, when you come up with an idea that has not been marketed before, there are two possibilities. One, you're a genius who's come up with something utterly fantastic and new. Two, you are an idiot and this is the worst idea ever. One of the comments that was on the Facebook page purported to be from Dan's brother, Brad, and I'll quote it for you. He is insane. I'm his brother and have tried to discuss this lunacy. I appreciate your opinions, share them, but he is in it to win it. He's crazy, in my opinion. He does not have a product that works. He has not tested it. Don't you think a person with half a brain would do that before they started marketing it? What he's doing is wrong. It's bad science. I've voiced my opinion, but how do you rationalize with a brain made of concrete? Keep up the good work. I've not encountered one person that thought this was a good idea or product. That should be your answer. Now, ableist language aside, Brad raises a good point there. The product doesn't actually exist. He's done no testing. Nobody thinks it's a good idea, and yet he's still marketing it. And there's the key point. There is no product. He hasn't tested it. Could you imagine just saying to a woman, hey, when you're on your period, I want you to glue your vagina shut with this. Don't worry, it'll be fine. It'll be completely secure, holding all your vaginal and menstrual fluids. But if you urinate, it will magically dissolve and everything would be okay. Not even just taking into account the different physiology of different women. But really, would you trust someone? Put this on, it's going to glue your vagina shut. But everything will work out. That's, I suspect, why he hasn't tested it. Because who would do that? In an interview with Forbes magazine, he talked about how he wanted one of the big pharmaceutical companies to buy the idea and develop it and test it, because this sort of thing would take some goodly number of years of testing and development if anyone was stupid enough to pursue it. So he's really just a shyster. I know the idea of a chiropractor, a profession that's renowned for at best pseudoscience and at worst incredibly dangerous beliefs and practices, the idea that someone in that profession would actually put something forward that was dangerous, wouldn't work, and was just flat out awful idea. I know, that's really shocking to consider, isn't it? I know I started this video by saying, women, your biggest problem is you're distracted 1 week out of 4, but this seems like just another bit of evidence that the biggest problem women still have today is men who don't understand women's bodies, but who insist on telling them what to do. Hi, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please share it with all your friends. That's the best thing you can do to help me. Let everyone else know about it. Share it on social media. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I do lots of videos on a great range of topics, and I hope you're entertained by this and come back real soon and get entertained some more.